Hi guys, welcome to the Rock Solid Kitchen, and today I'm going to just show you how me and Loz eat lunch. We pretty much have the same lunch every single day. We try and be as healthy as possible. So the pan's filled up with water because we're going to have some rice. So I need to get some rice out. We're going to have some rice, we're going to have some chicken. So my rice, I'm just going to put 2 big handfuls in there. That should do me and Loz pretty nicely. And while I'm going to do that, I'm just going to put that on the hob, so that's on the go, because that's on the go because that's going to take the longest to cook. And while that's getting warmed up, I'm going to grab out these things. Are absolutely great. So we've got a turkey breast in there, so one in there, and one for me, one for Loz. That goes back in the fridge. So I've got some bacon there, and while that's cooking, I'm just going to prop this up. So I'm not going to chop it on that. Fresh chopping board out. Because that don't go in the dishwasher, you see. So these, splice that open in there, slice that open, get that out of the pack. The thing is, these bags, they're great because we get a single portion in there, but they don't half stink when you open them up. So all I'm going to do is really thinly just slice this turkey. So I think I might have said it's chicken breast, but chicken breast, turkey breast, it doesn't make much difference really, but just make sure you cut them nice and thin, and then they ain't going to take long to cook. This whole dinner, if you got quick cooked rice, that takes about 10 minutes. These take about 6 or 7 minutes to cook up. So just cutting these through. You do get a bit of a sinew going through the middle there, but that's all cool. Once it's cooked, it's not too bad. Loz is pretty fussy. She'll pick all that out, but me, not that fussy. So, not making it look too shabby. So that's over there. I'm going to get my bacon out. Do the same with that. I just cut it down the middle, fold them over, saves a bit of time. Then I'm just going to cut it into small chunks again. I think they're called goujons, aren't they? Is it goujons? When you cut bacon in small. If you want to be really picky, you can cut the fat off it. So I don't want too much fat in there. So just cut that off there. I've got a little bit of fat in there, but I'm not overly fussed about it. And yet again, just chopping it up, not being neat, just into small little chunks. So that's all done. Wash this up. Dry my hands, and let's take a wander over to the hob. So now we're over this side. I'm just going to get my trusty big pan out, and let's just smash some heat on that. To make that oiled up, I'm going to go and get this, and I'm still over here. And we've got our coconut oil. Just going to scoop a little bit out of there. Don't need a lot of it because we've got some bacon in there, remember, and that's going to add some fat and oil to the pan. So let that melt down. While that's melting down, I'm going to bring over my turkey and my bacon, my beer can. Just get this oil all around the pan while that pan's heating up. This is such a simple meal. such a simple meal, and that's just going to go in there. Pan's not hot enough yet. Oh, there it comes. It's coming up to temperature. Make sure that's nice and hot. Well, I'm just going to put that in the dishwasher because Lozzie's got a little thing about raw meat being left on the side, especially on the trays like that. So just look after her mind, because otherwise she feels a bit funny about it. Right, the way I do this is I make a mess. So I get the bacon on one side, the turkey on the other side. Just try and cover as much as the pan as possible, because that helps it cook quicker rather than you're all sitting on each other. Separating all them turkey bits out. A bit of a muddle. So literally I'm just going to leave that for a bit and just let that brown off. The rice is still cooking. While that's doing that, I'm going to get the greens out. So we've got in my fridge somewhere, here we go, a bag of spring greens and a bag of cabbage and leek. That will go in there in a bit. While that's cooking down, I'm going to get another chopping board out. In the fridge I've got some halloumi. Chucking everything around the joints. A little knife. Halloumi comes out. I'm just going to take a slither of that. That's there. And this can go back in the fridge. So this one I'm just going to cut down the middle. And I'm going to cut it into cubes. So that is ready to go into the pan a little bit later on. So this is all browned off on one side. I'm just going to flip all that turkey over so it cooks quickly on the other side. Give the bacon a bit of a separation up so that cooks down nice and quick. So anything I see that looks raw, I'm just going to put it face downwards on the pan so it speeds up that cooking process. Right, that's looking good to me. Smidge it over there, let's get the bacon all together. You can just mix it up if you want to, but Loz likes it separate, and whatever Loz likes is what we do. Happy wife is a happy life. You know the score, guys and ladies. Right, so the rice is looking good. Little spoon out. Quick testy. Still a little bit crunchy, but it's doing all right. So I'm going to cook this down. There's a little bit of water coming out the turkey breast. So I'm going to cook this right down until the water's clear or gone or evaporated. We're looking pretty good actually. I don't think it's going to be much longer. You can cook it longer if you want to have the bacon crispy, or you can put it in a little bit sooner. All comes down to personal preference. I'm just looking at the speed today. Get it done, get it dusted. Get it on the plate, get it in my belly. Right, so that's all good. I'm just going to leave that alone for a bit. Could be doing some squats, could be doing some rear lunges. Loads of stuff you could be doing. You can even just polish the worktops rather than just standing around here doing that. Contract the core, hold that in nice and tight. Multitasking, this is what we like to do. Right, that is looking scrummy, so plates out. So move that over to one side, all still in the same pan. I'm just going to add the halloumi cheese in, just to brown that off. Such an easy meal to do. Take a look at this. Don't know if you can see him. He knows there's turkey coming. Just turn that rice down a little bit. So I'm just going to dish up this turkey now. Doesn't have to be elegant, doesn't have to be pretty. Remember, function over flavour, never flavour over function. And you'll actually see how much food Loz consumes. I bet you can't guess whose plate is who. Mine's the blue, Loz always has the beige. So you can see how much food Loz consumes. Right, I'm turning that rice off. So while that's still cooking there, I'm going to go and drain the rice. Hot water on. Get that nice and steamy hot. Right, rice is drained. I'm going to leave that there to drain up a bit more. Scrape the cheese off the bottom. I'm just going to add the bacon to the plates now. So that's going to go down there. Loz can have the last little bit. Oh, making a mess. Don't tell her. Right, cheese. A little bit of cheese on the plate there. That can go in there. So now, I'm just going to turn that heat down a little bit. We're going to have cabbage and leek. And some spring greens, so you can see how much we're going to have of that. And literally we're just going to put some heat through it just to soften it up a little bit. And it tastes scrummy. Let's put the heat up a little bit. So these can be eaten raw, it doesn't really matter, and you can have them as soft as you like or as hard as you like. Cook it for a little bit longer, it's going to wilt them down, soften them up a little bit. But I just like to keep them moving in the pan because otherwise they catch at the bottom and they go a bit bitter and charcoaly. So the rice is pretty much drained off now. So I'm going to get a spoon for that. So while that's sauteing off, I'm just going to put a spoonful of rice on mine. And I've done a little bit too much rice, so spoonful on there for Loz. Have a little bit more for me. So a little bit too much, but who cares, eh? This is all done. So that's done. It just leaves me to go, Loz, dinner's ready. And that is pretty much it. So let me just put this on the plate. and on the worktop. I made a little bit of a mess, but who cares, eh? As long as Loz don't find out. So that, guys, is simple food made simple, and it's taken probably around about 10, maybe 15 minutes at a push, and it looks like this.